I don't even know where you're sitting at. Like.
It is June 3rd, 2019. I'm joined by Matt. This is Slurred Words Sports. And that was my intro. I gave it my best shot. It was a little too professional. Didn't really like it, but hey, we're going to leave it in there. We're going to go with it.
Yeah.
Matt, how'd you think? What'd you think of my intro?
I thought it was great. Are we being professional? Is that what we're doing?
No, I don't want to be too professional.
How many episodes have we done? We're going to try the professional route.
This is the 35th at least. No, it might be less than that. I don't know. I'm going to say it's the 35th episode.
All right, Mike. How's it been? What are you coming back from?
I'm good. Good weekend. I went to Atlanta this weekend. I saw some United soccer. I saw some Auburn and Georgia Tech baseball.
I saw the United soccer on Snapchat.
Yeah, it was fun. I just got done with an intramural basketball game. We didn't get smoked too bad. Last week we got mercy ruled. This week we didn't get mercy ruled. We only had 5 guys show up, but this week everyone showed up on time, so we got to at least start with 5 guys.
How many did you score?
I didn't score any. I had a few assists, a lot of steals. I only had like 1 turnover, I think. Even it might not even been my turnover.
What was your assist to turnover ratio?
I had like at least 3 assists to like 1 turnover.
Oh, that's really good.
It's not bad. We don't have many scorers on our team. We only have 1 guy that can score, so it's rough.
Okay, well,
I think I went 0 for 1, 0 for 2. I only had like 1 or 2 shots.
Oh no, you got to put more shots up. You look at, Kobe Bryant. What did he tell you? You shoot. You know what Kobe Bryant used to say?
Shoot or shoot.
Shoot when you're on. Shoot when you're off.
I don't even know if I was on or off. I should have shot to figure it out at least.
Yeah, exactly. You need to shoot more.
The thing is, I haven't been shooting at all. I need to go to the gym tomorrow and at least get some shots up.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, that's good to know. Hey, if you keep up the hard work, I'm sure you guys are gonna, get to the point where you win a game.
I think we're gonna win our next game. The team we're playing next, they look pretty rough, but we're pretty bad too. So
you're gonna have to give it your all. You're gonna have to take over.
I started the second half. We were down like 10 going into the second half, and I forced 2 steals to start the half, and it was awesome. And we cut it to like 5 points.
And then did you guys go on an 18-0 run?
No, we had a 5-0 run. I think that was our strongest run of the game.
Oh, okay.
But I forced the steal, and then I like kind of jumped in the way because I knew I wasn't going to really win the ball. So I poked it out, and then I jumped in front of the guy. He was going to dive, and I got the foul, and I was pumped. And none of my teammates really high-fived me. I only got like 1 high five.
Yeah, I would have been there.
I was amped.
I would have been high-fiving you.
I was so amped.
All right, let's go from that basketball to slightly worse basketball and talk about the NBA Finals.
Let's do it. You started out. I don't know how you want to start this. I can start it out, actually.
So, one, I thought that the Raptors they were given every opportunity possible to win this game, and they still managed to lose it. A lot of people have always talked about the Warriors. I know, like, coming into this year, they kind of dealt with some injuries last year, but not really. Coming into this year, they've been like, well, they've always been healthy. They've never had to deal with injuries. Well, here it is. Boogie's coming back. He's not 100%. Kevin Durant's out. Klay Thompson is questionable for Game 3. He's not going to be 100%. I don't think Steph is 100%. They are banged up. If they manage to win, you can't say anything about, they never had to deal with injuries. They're dealing with injuries. I thought they were playing well.
I want to intervene real quick about the injury thing.
Uh-huh.
So, Klay, the first thing I read about Klay today, he's likely questionable. I don't know what that really means. I guess that means he's most likely going to be questionable. It was a weirdly phrased thing.
They haven't evaluated it. I'm sure they haven't, because you don't have to report it.
It's not like the NFL when he's probably, likely, or questionable. So it really threw me off. Alfonso McKinney, I said it's Alfonso, right?
I don't know. I know Alfonso it's McKinney.
Alonzo? It's either Alfonso or Alonzo. Anyway, he has a fracture in his collarbone, so he's going to miss out. He's out indefinitely. That's why Bogut was getting so many minutes the other night. So we're going to see more of Bogut.
Also, Bogut,
Bogut looked good. I think Bogut was really
Very good.
he was essential for their win. I mean, I think we were saying this last game. So I think the things for the Warriors, we were saying it's going to come down to the role players, and it's whenever the Warriors get the run. We were waiting for the Warriors run game one. It never happened. The Warriors got that 18-0 run. That's not like the typical Warriors run, though, because Toronto just went so long without scoring. They went like 6 minutes without scoring.
Yeah.
I mean, you expect the Warriors run. You expect the Warriors run. They had it, the 18-0 run, but I don't know. That's kind of what we said in game one. What the Warriors needed? They need the role players to step up, and they needed that run, and that's exactly what they had. And they still gave Toronto plenty of chances to get back in the game.
Oh yeah. Well, so I thought so that run really put them out. It put Toronto out of the game. I know they came back and kind of got it close, but I mean after you go, it was like 8 minutes without scoring and have an 18-0 run. You're out of the game. I thought the problem was they really were doing a very poor job of if you aren't scoring, you have to get to the rim and you either have to take the layup or you have to make the right pass. And they were getting to the rim and the defense would collapse and they wouldn't make the pass. I saw Pascal Siakam force up 3 terrible layups. It's like, you're at the rim. It's like, oh, these are good percentage shots. Well, not when there are 3 people draped all over you. I saw Norman Powell throw up a couple bad ones. Kawhi, I mean, it's kind of hard to say it's a bad layup for Kawhi because he's so strong and such a good finisher at the rim. But, I mean, he missed them. And then they, when that wasn't working, then they just stopped going to the rim at all. They started taking bad threes. So they did just about everything wrong for when you can't score, what to do. They didn't do anything right. And for me, after watching that, I think I start Fred VanVleet. He was the only one that was trying. He was hustling after rebounds. He was trying to make the good plays. He ended the drought with the corner 3 he had.
You put him in over Danny Green?
I would put him over Kyle Lowry.
I don't know. You got to use Kyle Lowry's. He can pass the ball real well. He usually sets up a lot of assists. He only had 2 assists last game. I don't know what he was doing. Usually, you can at least rely on him to get.
Trouble.
Huh?
Yeah, he had 4 fouls in the first half. He had foul trouble.
I know, but he still needs to get more than 2 assists.
No, I agree. I would have played Fred VanVleet. I really would have. I would have started him. He guards Steph better than anyone else on the team.
VanVleet had 38 minutes.
He hustles. Kawhi's going to have to be the guy anyways. You might as well keep the ball in his hands. You can't take out Danny Green. You can't take out Pascal Siakam, and you kind of can't take out Marc Gasol.
The thing is, I'm looking at the points values for I'm looking at the box score. You need Kyle Lowry, Danny Green, Siakam, Gasol, someone else to step up. Norman Powell even. I mean, it can't just be Kawhi Leonard and VanVleet scoring over half your points. It's just.
I'd agree. They need Siakam and Green. They need Green to get hot. They need Siakam to do something. Maybe Gasol hit some threes. But I'm saying, if I'm them, Fred VanVleet, he causes turnovers and he makes the hustle plays. I don't think they had anyone, or at least that third quarter, that run where they couldn't score. They had no one making the hustle plays. It was if they missed the shot, all right, let Golden State get the rebound. I guess we'll play defense.
Yeah, I mean VanVleet still, he's getting his minutes. I think he's gonna get all the minutes. I don't think he necessarily has to start.
Yeah, well, he should play more than Kyle Lowry because he's more important. I would start him because he's the best defender of Steph Curry. In the series, he's been the best defender of Steph Curry.
Okay. That's a fair point. I don't know. I don't think you're gonna bench Kyle Lowry, a veteran, like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think Nick Nurse and Yuri, I think they're not opposed to benching anybody at this point. But what did you think about that fourth quarter? Nurse going to that box and one to stop. I mean, really to stop Steph Curry. Do you think it's something that they run more, or do you think it's something that kind of only worked because of the players that were on the court?
I think it was kind of a gadget just to get back in the game. I don't think you really expect that, and I don't know. I don't think it's something that's necessarily you're going to see again this year. You might see it if they're down.
If the Warriors go on a run in the first, do they bring it out?
Possibly. I think it's I think it's only a thing you use when you're down late in the game, down double digits, and you need to get back in there, and if Steph's hot, I don't really see it working out that much. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think we'll see it
so
much?
I like it based on personnel because Draymond Green, if you saw it, he's not shooting a three. He's basically not going to shoot a three. Andre Iguodala is only going to shoot a three if he's completely wide open. Even then, you kind of live with a wide open Iguodala three. I know he made it last night, but he was 0 for 12 before this in the playoffs. He ended up being 2 for 4 last night, which was good. But, 0 for 12 before this, it's only 2 for 14. Or 2 for 16 in the playoffs. So it's like you kind of live with him shooting the three. Bogut's obviously not going to be a shooter. If Sean Livingston's out there, he's not going to shoot. They have a couple of lineups that they play because of their injuries where it's like Steph's their only shooter. Everyone else kind of gets their points at the rim and in mid-range and the great passing, which of course they are amazing at. They're so much better at passing than Toronto. It's unheard of, so it makes their offense really good. But I think I would use it sparingly. I would throw it at them to try to disrupt Steph.
I also don't know if it's not going to work with Kevin Durant back, and if Boogie needs to be able to be more effective down low.
Kevin Durant's not going to come back for Game 3. For sure. Not going to.
Yeah, I don't think they need to rush him back necessarily. I don't know. They might need him if Clay's out. If Clay's out for Game 3.
I thought Boogie was pretty effective given he tore his quad a month ago.
Well, I don't think he was bad. I think he needs, if they're going to run that box, though, I'm saying he needs to be effective down. He needs to be able to get down in the middle and make his presence felt. But
maybe needs to be able to pop a three.
Yeah,
if they do run.
I don't. I was saying, I don't know. KD might have to play if Clay can't play Game 3. That gives Toronto the chance to get home court advantage back. I don't know. I guess we'll know tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll have a better idea. If KD practices, then maybe he has a chance. If he doesn't practice tomorrow, it's definitely he's out.
Yeah, he's not going to.
And then we'll see how much Clay is limited in practice tomorrow. Yeah, and then McKinney's out. There's a lot of injury problems. Yeah.
Not to mention Looney. Looney, I don't think he's out, but he's not 100% because he had that. I saw Bruce Sternum.
Oh,
shoulder.
I'm sorry. It was Kevon Looney. That's the guy that's out, not McKinney. I've been getting them confused the whole time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure, but I didn't see McKinney play too much, so I was like, I guess he did get hurt. But
it was Kevon Looney. It was definitely Kevon Looney. I kept getting them confused.
Okay, cool.
Oof, that's embarrassing.
I don't want to act like I didn't know. Anyways, Looney being out. Bogut was. You know, it was interesting. There was a point there where Bogut was in, and it was Draymond, Steph, Clay, and Iggy, and Bogut, and it was like they just kind of clicked. They're kind of like, oh yeah, that's right. We've done this before. We've all played with each other. We all know what to do, and it was running smooth. So I think Bogut's going to be a plus for them eventually.
He had a great game. He was definitely a luxury to have off the bench. It's nice to have a guy that's already worked with your system. He's a veteran. He's been successful in the league, and he can still play. He can give you a body down low. He's still pretty decent on defense. He's not going to get you much offense. You don't need his offense.
So,
I wanted to talk about Quinn Cook, who was phenomenal off the bench for the Warriors. He was
those two important threes.
He hit a lot of big threes and made sure the game didn't get that stalled the run for the Raptors to help them run out of time. I think the bench for the Warriors was phenomenal. They stepped up. Everyone stepped. Bogut, Quinn Cook, Boogie stepped up. Everyone that needed to step up stepped up. They gave home court advantage back to the Warriors.
Also, Draymond had a very good game. I think he didn't. He did one of those things where he just kept on making plays. You know what I mean?
Is Draymond making a case for? Is Draymond making a case for NBA Finals MVP?
You know what's interesting? I really don't know who I'd give it to.
If Draymond keeps averaging close to a triple-double,
he would get it, right?
I don't know, maybe.
It would depend. Steph could easily, if Steph has like a 30-something blowout, just he's hitting on all cylinders. I think right now Steph has.
I think I could also see Kawhi getting it in the loss.
Yeah, well, I don't think they're gonna do that because they would have given it to LeBron in 2015, and they didn't do that.
I don't know. I don't
So
think
they're not